Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today. And if you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. You're not missing anything anymore. So we will look into three topics today. We will look into entry into India. We will look into the Model S Plaid that has been stopped. Yes, you heard right. We will look into that. And we also have the Supercharging Network. Once it is open, potential revenue. So let's look into the topic about India first. So with India, it is a big market, a lot of people, and they are just in the beginning of creating more wealth for their population. And that means as well that people will have the ability to afford buying Tesla models. The big issue is the import taxes. If you have a car that is more expensive than $40,000, you have to pay 100%. Yes, you heard right, it is 100%. And if you have a car that is lower than 40K, it is around 60%. And what Tesla tries to do is find a deal with the government that they are able to import those Teslas without this big fee. They want to reduce it down to 40%. So here's the key thing when it comes to dealing with the government here. The government, I'm pretty sure, knows already that Tesla wants to build a gigafactory over there in India, and now just Tesla tries to find out a way to test the market and test the government if they're willing to make a deal for Tesla here. So the key takeaway is that Tesla is taking the first steps, and one of the first steps was hiring people locally in India and setting up a place where they work. But now the next step is you want to sell the car in India, and therefore you're trying to make a deal to get less import taxes. And once they manage that, and once they are able to enter the market, they can get a feeling for how many people are actually interested in buying a Model 3 or even maybe a Model Y, which I believe is not the key market that Tesla will go for, but I think it will be the Model 3. So this is the first steps that they take, and we do know that Tesla, once they see that the demand is there, I think then we will see an announcement. So that means initially that we were not that far away from having a gigafactory in India, or an announcement that a gigafactory could happen there, maybe even a terafactory, as we are not always talking about giga anymore. So it is a big market, it is an interesting market, it's not an easy market, but a key role will have the Giga Shanghai here, and another big hurdle will be the conflicts between India and China, especially having Chinese-made cars being imported with a lower tax rate into India. Well, it's really difficult to get that deal, but let's see if Tesla is able to convince them, and we will see how this plays out. As a next topic, I like to talk about the Supercharging Network. So we do know that Tesla is opening this Tesla Supercharging Network, but what we are not knowing yet is the potential revenue. So we will look into a statistic in a second, and we will discuss what potential revenue Tesla has here based on Goldman Sachs. And Goldman Sachs had a calculation where they estimated that Tesla could at some point make $28 billion just by the Supercharging Network. Of course, this is way ahead into the future, and it takes a lot of time till we can get there, but there's a much more upside now, as they can actually have a much higher standing rate here, more cars coming into the Supercharging Network. Again, here we have the statistics. If we have 25K charging stations as we have right now, and 500,000 on the right side, if we have 5 cars, 8, 10, 12 or 15 cars per charger, that is the revenue that we could see if that is for every single day. So if 15 cars charge at every single charging point at Tesla right now, they would make $1.4 billion. On the other hand, 500,000 stalls and then 5 cars on each of those 500,000 each day would initially make $9 billion. So again, we do see where this math comes from, where it could go. Please let me know what your thought about that is. I think 500,000 is really aggressive here. They are not putting any time frames here. I think we can be really happy reaching 50,000 in the next few years. I'm not so convinced or not so sure how fast the supercharging network will grow. We have seen a speed up in the past, but we have to check how this is going. Maybe they do a supercharging station or a supercharging factory as well here, like in China. They might do that in Austin as well. If that's the case, we can see further fast growth going ahead in the next few years. So again, looking at the Model S, we do know that the Model S had a lot of issues, a lot of delays, but again, it paid off. We have seen a really, really great car here coming from Tesla. But the key takeaway is that we had an information coming out here that all Model S cells are stopped. So even those Model S that have been already transported to areas where they are on the way to their customers, all of them are stopped. And the question is why? There is no initial information. There is no people having any idea what's going on, but it was stopped. So there must be a major issue happening here. If it's a software update, I think they wouldn't do that. It must be something that is having a big safety issue, or they are missing parts, which would make no sense because you're sending already out the car. So it is really, really weird. We have to see how Tesla is reacting in the next few days to that topic. For us here in Europe, not so many people ordered a Model S, I assume, compared to the American or US market, sorry. So in this case, we have to see what the reaction is in the United States for those waiting for the Model S Plaid and long range. So if you guys do enjoy my channel, I try to update you every single day. And if you do enjoy what I'm doing here, always consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And I hope to see you all back very soon from the summertime as you're enjoying the sun outside. So take care, guys. Thank you very much.